This is a hotel room on top of a silo, a windmill mansion, a luxury tent, and the first ever capsule hotel in the Baltic states. That's where I live. I'm gonna be spending the next 4 nights in these most unique hotels that I found in my country. My first hotel room was on top of this silo, and here's my first question for you. How do you think one would get up there? Is it A, teleportation, B, a staircase, C, an elevator, or D, all of the above? That's right, it's none of them. Instead, I will have to climb this ladder. Now, because one would say that this is pretty adventurous, I'm gonna add 1 star to this hotel. This is literally how we got our stuff up. This definitely deserves another star. My goal is to see if any of these hotels match up to a 5-star hotel. And this view? That's right, 1 more star. So me and my girlfriend, we were really looking forward to this trip because these places we stayed at couldn't get any more unique. For example, this toilet here is perfect for couples who have attachment issues. With this toilet, you will never feel apart from each other. And of course, we cannot forget the view. Anyway, we had some fun. There was a lot of different fun things around the house. I also found a 1-to-1 replica of my girlfriend because that's actually her whenever I leave for work in the morning. Then I found this instrument, and what follows is the most fun I've ever had in my life. And after an intense training session for this instrument, we decided to give this place another star. But the real winner was the dinner. Whoa, that rhymes. Nice. Just take a look at this. How is this not the best dinner you could ever want in any hotel? And to have someone you love to share this moment with, it's just really hard to describe. The next day we stayed in this windmill that was originally built in 1903. That's history right there. Yes, thank you. And it was restored in 2019. Now that deserves a star. Going inside, this place is tiny. It's very difficult to show you around, but there is a second floor for I don't even know what purposes. What even is this? Look. When I'm standing here like this, it feels like a torture machine. Yeah, it's the same feeling here. And of course, as I'm getting closer to being 30 years old, I've naturally developed a habit of making sure everything is structurally sound. It's just one of those things, you either get it or you don't. The best thing about this place is we have a balcony. Look at this thing. And yeah, the view is... Let's just say that there is a view. Because this place is pretty small, everything necessary for life is outside of this windmill. Like this place. And this balcony. Here's our kitchen. Like there he is, shower, and here's our sauna. Very nice. While I was making this tour, I realized that this place had way too many places just for sitting. So what follows is a compilation that took me like an hour to create, so enjoy. There's actually a lot missing here because I lost the footage, but I think this deserves another star. Overall, it's pretty crazy that just a couple of years ago this place was a mess, but now it's perfectly livable. The next morning, after saying goodbye to the windmill, we took a small detour to visit a place where an actual meteorite had recently crashed. And when I say recently, I mean like 3,000 years ago. I really thought this line was gonna be way more funny. That's just embarrassing. Anyways, moving on. We took another small detour to visit a castle. No, not this one, but this one. Too bad you can't rent out this castle over here. But if you would like me to rent out interesting and unique Airbnbs, then you should definitely subscribe. That's right. I've been creating gaming content and staring at the screen for 12 hours per day for years, even before this channel existed. So I'm really excited to get out of my house and out of my comfort zone to create more real-life content. As you can see by this video, it's definitely a challenge for me because I have no experience with IRL content, but I am loving every moment of it so far. The next place offers much more than you would expect, but before that, check out how nice this tent looks inside. And just look at this view. How did they manage to line this up so perfectly? I don't know, but it is perfect. I am so thankful they gave us this mosquito racket, because without it, it would have been impossible to make food in the outdoor kitchen. Also, the toilet is looking real majestic. I like how you need to take that extra step. As an added bonus, you do get a shower, and there's also a fireplace, so it really feels like this place has everything you will ever need. So it was time to explore a little further and check out our view. Okay, so once you notice these chairs, you might be thinking, oh, how nice, they left 2 chairs so you can sit here and, I don't know, enjoy the sunset, watch the tower, etc. And you are correct, but there's a lot more to the reason these chairs are here, and you will see in a second. But first, this is the tower. But what is this over there? It's a bunker! Yeah, it is. It's right next to the large tower, but unfortunately the tower was closed. Once we headed back to our camping site, that's when we finally understood what the chairs were for. I know, it's for cow watching. Like, what? The owner of this place knew that these cows are gonna be here at some point in the evening, so he put those 2 chairs here, so you could enjoy cow watching. Is that a thing? I don't know, but what? That is so weird, and also the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
Look at all those chickens.
So yeah, we just spent the next 20 minutes just watching them, and it was the best time ever. I think we also made a friend, because this one was really staring into our souls for a long time. But then they just left us. Okay. Bye. I guess they went back home, but it left us feeling rather empty. And the next morning, when it was time for us to leave, they're not here anymore. They were nowhere to be seen. Did they even exist, or were they just in our heads? Bye, Moose. It was nice to meet you. We shall never know. The next place, well, something came up. So I'm editing this video right now, and it's kind of out of nowhere, but me and my girlfriend of almost 3 years, a couple of weeks after this trip, we broke up. And I've been editing this video after the fact, which is why it's taken me so long to finish this. It's pretty difficult, not gonna lie. And honestly, I just want to be done with this video so I can move on. From now on, it's just you and me, so yeah. Anyways, let me tell you about the last place. So, these sleeping pods, they're definitely unique, but once you get inside your pod, then it is so quiet in here. I feel like whatever I say, people can hear me. Also, it's really hot in here, but it looks cool. I mean, it does look cool, so that's kind of nice. And then I spent some time having a silent rave. It wasn't even connected, so it was a silent rave. Understanding the lights was kind of tricky, I have to be honest. I wasn't good at it. But do you want to know what was even more tricky? Sleeping, because these lights were the brightest things I've ever seen. You can even see here that I actually had to put a pillow in front of these lights. And yeah, waking up in this boiling hot pod was an experience I wasn't prepared for. Or maybe I'm just not a morning person. But yeah, that's about it. See you next time.